Coach Manny live on Friday. We're a few minutes later than we usually like to be. We like to be up on noon Eastern time, but we're here, we're live, and we're excited for you because today I get to talk about one of my most favorite subjects, which is vision. And I want you to put that seatbelt on as we tighten up and we get ready to talk about vision, your vision. I want you to clear your mind. I want you to get ready. And if you've read the book, and let's see, I do have a copy here. I think it's still our test copy is the one I have in this office. But successful people will never tell you can't. Get a copy out on Amazon today. It's what you need to make this process. And we're going through chapter 10 of that book today. And we're going to also spend some time on trying to work on the exercises too. So you're getting a double bang today for your value of vision. So let me get started. Vision, the first sign you'll see on the road to success. I like to do this quote from a book called Beside Still Waters, which says, vision without action is daydreaming. Vision without action is daydreaming. Action without vision is a nightmare. Vision with action is beautiful reality. Wow. Have you got that vision? And have you started to take some action? That's beautiful. Vision's the first sign you'll see on the road to success. It's big, it's bold, and it gets your attention. Vision. Right now, close your eyes. Unless you're driving, okay? Don't do this if you're driving or you're doing something that needs attention. But when you get a chance, close your eyes and just think about what you really want in life. Don't rush. And I want you to do this after you watch this. Or if you're watching this recorded, just pause it for a moment, okay? But think about what you really want in life. Take your time. Just let your mind wander into the future. Wow, where does that take you? Where are you? What does it look like there? What does it feel like there? Do this for a bit, and when you stop, I want you to write down everything that was important. And I want you to keep it. Keep it for the future. And then I want you to ask yourself a question. What do you really want in life? Wow. When I randomly ask people this question, which, I always, I'm a question guy, right? For those of you who know me. When I randomly ask this question, people don't usually have an answer. They know they're not where they want to be. And you might be there as well. But because they don't know where they really want to be, they're never going to get there. Without that destination, you're just wandering about. When I ask people, what's your vision for life? And I ask it all the time, they give me this look like, well, I hope that's not the vision that's on your face this morning as you listen to us today, right? It's not, right? Okay, starting there is okay, however. Don't feel like there's nowhere to go. That's why you're on this podcast. That's why you're watching us live. That's why you're reading the book, because you want to go way beyond that. You want to know, what is it that I can do? What is it that I really want? Where is it that I can go? I'm ready. So stop right there and do me a favor. I want you to take out a piece of paper. Yeah, I know some of you don't deal with paper very well, but take out a piece of paper and a pen and write down, what's your vision for life? Just write something down. If you did the exercise above, use those notes and put it together. If you did some of the stuff, if you've gone through the book and you've done some of the stuff earlier, you know where we're at this point. Don't shortchange yourself. Just write it down. Take your time. Give it thought. I've worked with teams and individuals, and sometimes, I got to be honest with you, sometimes it takes days for people to get this together. And that's okay. You can take all the time you need. Go back again and again until you nail your vision down. Because you see, that's your foundation. That's your base. Take time and make sure it's really what you want. If you don't really have one, then just put on that piece of paper, I want you to write this. I really don't have one. It's okay. It's okay to start there. Don't get discouraged. See, we have to start someplace. Someone taught me years ago, I do a lot of writing, and somebody taught me years ago, when I hit that writer's block where I'm empty and I just can't write down, I actually write down. I can't think of anything. And then, for some reason, things start to happen. So if you don't have an answer, don't feel like you're the only person in the world without an answer. You are not. I can guarantee you that. Actually, if you have a vision and you're moving forward, then you're amongst the minority. I can tell you. It's our natural tendency to think, well, everyone else has one. Why don't I have one? Wrong. Most people don't really have a vision. If they did, if we had got more people to have vision, where could we take this country? Where could we take this world? And even those who may have a vision, if you don't write it down, where is it? So, if you hit a roadblock here, stop. Don't feel like you're the only one. Remember that because of who you are, this ain't going to stop you. Is it? It's not going to stop you because you're rocking already. And what is that word we always say? You are amazing. And if you've read the first part of the book, then you're already jumping out of bed in the morning, right? And you're saying, I am amazing. Have you been getting up and doing that every morning? If not, go back to the book or get the book, because one of the things we try to teach you is you got to start your day at the top. You got to start your day fired up. You cannot be wrestling with, I'm tired and all that stuff. Man, you got to hit the road running. So, you are unstoppable. You're going through, over, under, around any roadblocks. Just hang in there. Keep on going. And that's where we talk about you need those 5 people around you, right? 5 people who are where you want to be, who are going where you want to be. 5 people who are pumped up just like you. If you and I are hanging around with people who are pumping you up and moving you where you want to go, you're hanging around with the wrong people. Let's get fired up and get moving. Most people don't have a written vision. Further, most people have never shared their vision. They might have a vision, but they don't share it with anyone. Some had a vision at one point in their life, and they let someone disrupt it, blow it away, take it from them. It stopped them cold, but not you. You're not going to let anything stop you or get in your way. I'm asking you to do this. I'm asking you to go for it. What I'm asking you is to take off those constraints. Remove the constraints. Think, where could you go in life if you didn't have anything holding you back? Because none of those things that are holding you back are permanent. None of those things are stuff you can't overcome. You can do this. Nothing is going to limit you. I want you to think that. I'm not letting anything limit me. What's down the road that you could have? Where can the road take you on the path to success? Where do you want to be? And so when you get done here and you get done listening, or if you can pause this because you're listening, I want you to work this exercise. We always start, and I don't really care how old you are, I'm not a young whippersnapper either. 30 years from now, write down, where is it I want to be 30 years from now? 20 years from now, where is it I want to be? Write it down. 10 years from now, where is it I want to be? Write it down. Remember, To get there in 10 years, you got to know where you're going to be in 5 years. So in 5 years from now, where do you want to be? To get there in 5 years, where do you have to be in 3 years? 3 years from now, write down where you want to be. 1 year from now, that's the easy one, right? 30 years, you can be vague. You don't have to be really that tight, but thinking about it makes a whole lot of difference. Gets you rolling. Whoever asked you these questions in your life? How many times in your life did they ask you? I mean, when you were in school, did they ask you, where do you want to be 30 years from now? Guess I remember graduating from college, and they asked, and I said to myself, by this stage, I want to be retired, and I want to be at this point in my life. But people just don't ask those questions. Have you ever taken the time to think about it? Do it now. This is what's going to move you. This is what's going to take you down that road. This is what's going to take you where you want to go. Write the answers down. This is going to change your life. We as Americans are so short-term focused. Today, tomorrow, maybe one day out. And I'm asking you to look at 30 years from now. But watch what transformation takes care and takes place in your life. We spend more time planning our vacations, our weddings, our parties, than we do planning our lives. When you start to look at your life and you let your mind go free, ask what you really want, you will be amazed. In our 90 Days to Success training, this is what we do. It's the first question we ask. Where do you want to be in life? And this may be the first time anyone's ever asked you that question. And that's okay. Typically, when we look so far, our first response we usually get, I thought this was about 90 days, not 30 years from now. What are you talking about? I can't even think 30 months from now. Or sometimes I get people say, are you kidding me? I'm not even there. I'm already X number of years old. I don't care. If you're 60, the chances of you living to be 90 are very high, aren't they? Where do you want to be when you're 90? And if you're 14, where do you want to be when you're in your 40s? You got to look out that far. This is one key that will make a difference. And it will make you tremendously successful. If you want to get to California and you live in New York, you plan to drive. You need a path to get there. Yeah, you can use GPS. I use GPS for everything. We have them all these days. I remember years ago, I used to rent Hertz cars because Hertz cars had GPS long before anybody else. But you still can get lost. I love my GPS. However, I still need to know how to get to LA. Plus, sometimes the GPS throws us off, doesn't it? And I need to prepare, don't I? If I'm going somewhere, I need to get things ready. I can say I'm going to LA, but if I don't have any money in my pocket, I'm only going so far and I won't be able to get any gas. If I don't have any money or credit cards, will I? If I don't have it, I won't have any food, so I'm not going to make it. So plan. But that's part of the process. That's part. Just the other day, I was looking for a printer. Hold on. Let's see. Just the other day, I was looking for a printer to pick up an order we placed electronically, right? And so I'm on my GPS, and my GPS sends me I don't know where, and I finally had to call the guy, and I said, I came to pick this order. My GPS says I'm there, but where are you? And you know what? I was miles away. So, all right. That's the pump up. Are you pumped up now? Let me go through some exercises. I got some exercises for you to do here. And remember, everything I'm doing here today, this is chapter 10 out of this book right here. It's chapter 10 out of Super Successful People Will Never Tell You Can't. Get a copy of it today. It's one of the best investments you will ever make that will move you towards success. Your assignment right here is to fill in the blanks. You don't have to be totally detailed. You don't have to write a book. Neither are you locked into what we're doing here for life. The key to remember, if you want to have a fully paid for mansion on the beach in Southern California 20 years from now, where do you have to be 10 years from now to get there? I love this stuff. I know it works. I wish I'd had it, much of it, when I was younger. But who cares? As long as I'm still breathing, I still got a shot, right? We can go for it. I was reading the other day, it says, as long as you're still breathing, God's not done with you, so you're not supposed to be resting. You can rest when you get to the other side. Go do it. It's really going to open up your mind. So, you need to give it a shot. So if you can see where you are and what you're thinking, for each of these questions, I want you to write down these 3 points. What are the goals by that time in my life? What does life look like? And what are you doing regularly? So, for 30 years from now, what are my goals? Where is it I want to be? What does life look like? Just draw a little picture. You know, sometimes people just draw a picture. They don't even use words. It's okay, as long as it makes sense to you. This is not a right or wrong process. What are you doing regularly? And then you do that for 20 years from now. What's your goals? What's life look like? What are you doing? Then you do it for 10 years from now. What does life look like? What are you doing regularly? Then you do it for 5 years, 3 years, and 1 year from a year from now. What are your goals? Where do you want to be a year from now? What does life look like? And what are you doing regularly? And the reason we start out at 30 years is real simple. Because when you start out where I want to be 30 years from now, then the next step is, okay, to get there in 20 years, I got to be here. 10 years, I got to be here. 5, 3, this year. Wow. That's today's lesson. I hope you're fired up and ready. Look, if you want to be successful, you have got to start thinking long term. If you want to be successful, you got to be here on Fridays and listen to this program. That's why we do this. We're helping you to grow and to be even more successful. If you need more help, just go to coachmanny.com/schedule, or just go to coachmanny.com and click on the schedule, set up some time. Let's do a 15-minute call. We can do some training with you. Get a copy of our book, our newest book, 90 Days to Success. I don't even have a copy to show you. I don't remember where I put it. I had a practice copy, but we're just getting that printed, and so it's out there on Amazon. You can get it right now. So I want you to get ready. I want you to start thinking. This is chapter 10 in our book. Get a copy of the book. Start working it. Get rocking, because if you can see it, you can make it happen. Take it from the coach. You can make it happen. As always, it's my pleasure to be here, right? Whether you're watching us live, and we got a great live crowd today. I want to welcome you all out there. Gosh, it is exciting. And if you have any questions, one of the things I put out on Facebook this morning was some leadership questions. You know, what's your 3 biggest questions about leadership, or who do you think's the great leaders? But you got to lead yourself. Look, I don't care where you're at in life today. You can get to anywhere you want to be. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. I mean, it is amazing. I watch some young kids, young entrepreneurs under 18 building super businesses. I watch people in their 60s and 70s just getting started, and they're already rocking. So, and everybody in between. So never let anything stand in your way. The thing that's standing in your way, the thing you'll see in most successful people is they see it. Because when you see it up here first, you can make it happen. But if you can't see it up here first, it's not going to happen. That's just the way life works. CoachManny.com. Everything's out there on the website. We got some great new stuff out there for you. I'm excited to be here. Manny Nowak. Just look us up on Amazon. We got a lot of materials out there. Every Friday we try to get here around noon Eastern time. I will see you And watch us daily. We usually try to put something up. Have a great week. Get out there and make it happen. This weekend, get that vision built. I'll talk to you soon.